Market rent reviews in Queensland are a standard commercial leasing process used to adjust rent periodically so the amount payable reflects the current market conditions, and they must be conducted in accordance with the terms of the lease and any applicable statutory framework. A market rent review typically occurs at defined intervals in the lease and requires the landlord and tenant to determine the current market rent, which is the amount that would be agreed between a willing and not anxious landlord and tenant, having regard to the factors such as location, size, condition, and permitted use of the leased premises. The review process is usually initiated by one party serving a written notice proposing a new rent, supported by evidence such as comparable rents for similar properties. If the landlord and tenant cannot agree on the reviewed rent, the lease often provides for an independent expert or valuer to be appointed to determine the market rent. In acting as an expert, the valuer must consider the lease terms and relevant market evidence and act impartially, with the valuer's decision typically binding on all the parties. Parties should be careful to comply with all notice requirements, time limits, and procedural steps set out in the lease, because failure to do so can invalidate the review or lead to disputes. Market rent reviews are commercially important because they ensure the rent remains aligned to current conditions, and clear documentation and early engagement in this process help minimize disagreement and litigation risk. Contact us today for a free 30-minute consultation with one of our experienced team of commercial lease disputes professionals, and let us help you protect your rights.